Have you ever felt a disconnect? You go to step up onto a curb you've stepped on 100 times. But for a split second, your foot doesn't respond as quickly. Or you reach to lift a full kettle and there's a lag. A tiny, frustrating delay between your intention and the action. It's not just weakness. We often talk about losing strength, which is real. But this feeling is different, isn't it? It feels less like a lack of power and more like a poor connection. As if your brain's command is getting lost on the way to your muscle. You are not imagining this. If you've ever felt this way, your body is sending you a clear signal. It's not your fault, and you are not just getting clumsy. You are experiencing the result of two very specific, hidden changes happening deep within your cellular and nervous systems. Today, we are going to decode this surprising connection, which we call the fraying wire and the dimming power plant. This is the hidden why. It's the cellular reason that simple, everyday tasks can feel so much harder. It's not just about the size of your muscle. It's about the quality of the signal and the energy to respond. And the best part? We now have the science to fix both. You can, at any age, both repair the wire and recharge the power plant to restore that crisp, responsive feeling. Today, we will show you the exact science-backed protocols to do just that. We will explain the why behind the problem and then give you the how. Simple, achievable steps to resharpen that mind-muscle connection. You will learn to make your muscles listen and respond on command. But first, our commitment to you. The information in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not, and never should be, a substitute for professional medical advice. Please, always consult your physician or healthcare provider before beginning any new exercise routine. Your safety is the foundation for everything we do here. We are so glad you are here. Our community is a place of learning and mutual support. We'd genuinely love to know where you are watching from today. Let us all know in the comments section down below. Let's start with that fraying wire. This isn't just an analogy. It's a real biological place. It's a microscopic gap where your nerve ending reaches out to your muscle fiber. It's called the neuromuscular junction, or the NMJ. Think of it as the critical connection point, like a plug meeting a socket. When your brain says lift, it sends a high-speed electrical signal down the nerve, which must jump that gap to the muscle. But here is the problem. As we age, this beautiful, precise connection can start to degrade. The nerve ending can partially retract from the muscle. The socket on the muscle side can become less sensitive. The signal, that crucial spark, doesn't jump the gap as cleanly. This is the fraying wire. Your brain is sending the command just as strongly as ever. But the signal that arrives at the muscle is weaker. It's delayed. This is that frustrating lag, that moment of hesitation. It's not a failure of will, it's a failure of connection. So, how do we repair this connection? We force it to become more efficient by demanding speed and intention. This is the how. we need to retrain this junction with a technique called power training. This is different from the slow movements we've discussed for sarcopenia. Here, the goal is not time under tension, it is speed of contraction. We are going to practice two simple, safe power drills. First, the sit to launch. Sit on the edge of your sturdy, non-slip chair, feet planted. Now, as quickly and as safely as you can, stand up. Think explode up with intention using your glutes and thighs. Then, sit back down slowly and reset. Do this 5 to 8 times. Second, the seated stomp. While sitting securely, simply lift one foot off the ground and then stomp it back down onto the floor, fast and flat. The goal is to make a thud sound. Alternate your feet for 20 seconds. This is a pure drill for neural speed. Now, the reinforcement. When you perform these quick, intentional, forceful movements, you are sending a high-voltage signal down that nerve path. This powerful demand forces the nerve ending to respond. It releases more spark, and it signals the muscle to rebuild its socket. You are literally reinforcing and remodeling the neuromuscular junction, turning that frayed wire back into a high-speed cable. Safety is always first. For the sit to launch, make sure your chair is rock solid. Have another piece of furniture nearby to touch for balance if needed. The priority is safe intention, not uncontrolled, wild movement. If you have significant joint pain or balance issues, start with just the seated stomps. Listen to your body. We are training the connection, not punishing the joint. Repairing the wire is step 1. But what good is a perfect, high-speed connection if the muscle itself doesn't have the energy to follow the command? This is the second crucial part of the puzzle. This is the problem of the dimming power plants. Let's look even deeper. Inside every single muscle cell, you have hundreds of tiny structures. These are your mitochondria, your body's power plants. Their entire job is to take the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe, and convert them into a special energy molecule called ATP. ATP is not just helpful. It is the direct chemical fuel that makes a muscle fiber physically contract, move, and work. Now, here is the challenge. As we get older, two things often happen to these vital power plants. First, their total number can decrease. There are simply fewer of them. And second, the mitochondria that remain can become less efficient. They start to dim, producing less ATP energy from the same amount of fuel. What does this feel like? This isn't the lag or delay we felt with the fraying wire. This is fatigue. This is low endurance. It's when you start a task, like climbing a flight of stairs, or carrying groceries, and you just run out of gas halfway. Your muscles are literally running out of the on-demand energy they need. So, how do we command our body to build brand new, more efficient power plants? We send a completely different signal. This signal isn't about speed or force. It is about low-intensity, sustained, continuous movement. We call this the endurance protocol, and it is wonderfully accessible. Here is the how. Your goal is to start with just 10 to 15 minutes of steady, continuous movement. For most people, a simple walk is the perfect tool. The key is to find your conversational pace. That means you should be able to walk and still comfortably hold a conversation. This pace is the magic signal. It's not a race. You shouldn't be out of breath. You can do this around the neighborhood or even walking in place at home. A stationary bike at a light, steady pace also works beautifully. The power lies in the consistency, aiming to do this most days. By the way, we've now covered two very different, but equally important solutions. The power drills for the nerve, and this endurance protocol for the energy. If you're finding this two-part explanation for weakness helpful, a quick like on the video is a wonderful and simple way to let our team know. Now, the reinforcement. What is happening inside your body on that 15-minute walk? Your cells recognize a new, sustained aerobic demand for energy. The body says, we need to be more efficient at producing energy for the long haul. This triggers a beautiful process called mitochondrial biogenesis. It's a big phrase for a simple idea. Your body is literally commanded to build new mitochondria. It creates brand new, healthy, efficient power plants from scratch. It also repairs and upgrades the dim ones that were underperforming. You are not just getting more energy. You are fundamentally upgrading your body's entire energy production system at a cellular level. Finally, let's talk safety. The endurance protocol is low intensity, but safety is always the priority. Start with a duration that feels easy for you, even if it's just 5 minutes. Always wear supportive and comfortable footwear. And remember to stay hydrated, even if you don't feel like you are sweating much. If you have any cardiovascular conditions, or if you ever feel dizzy, breathless, or have chest discomfort, you must stop and speak with your doctor. Let's put this blueprint together. We have revealed two separate hidden culprits for that feeling of weakness. It's not one vague problem, but two specific, solvable ones. First, the fraying wire at the neuromuscular junction, which delays the signal. Second, the dimming power plants in your cells, which starve the muscle of energy. Therefore, our solution is not just exercise. It is a targeted, two-part protocol to restore your body's responsiveness. This is your mind-muscle reconnection ritual. It begins with the power protocol. A few times a week, you practice your quick, intentional sit to launch. You practice your sharp, fast, seated stomps. These are your high-voltage signals to repair the wire, demanding a faster, clearer connection. Then, you add the endurance protocol. On most days, you take that 10 or 15-minute steady walk. You maintain that easy conversational pace. This is your unwavering signal to your cells to build new power plants. You are fundamentally upgrading your muscle's entire energy production system. The power drills restore your reaction time, while the endurance protocol ensures you have the energy to follow through on the command. This is a profound shift in thinking. For so long, feeling weaker or slower just felt like a one-way street. A vague, unavoidable decline we simply had to accept. But what we have learned today is that this is not vague at all. It is a specific set of problems with a specific, tangible set of solutions. This is not just about muscle. This is about reclaiming something far more personal and precious. It is about reclaiming trust. The simple bedrock trust that your body will respond when you ask it to. It's the quiet confidence to know that when you go to step off that curb, your foot will land exactly where and when you intend it to. It's the freedom from that split-second hesitation that can make you feel vulnerable. It's the liberation from having to second-guess your own physical intentions. This isn't about becoming an elite athlete. This is about moving through your world with responsiveness, with confidence, and with safety. You now have the knowledge. You can now identify the why behind the feeling at a cellular level. And you have the precise tools to fix it, piece by piece. You are no longer just a passenger watching these changes happen. You are the engineer, fully capable of repairing the connections and recharging the power. The great aha moment is that weakness isn't one thing. It's a fraying wire and a dimming power plant. And your new mind-muscle reconnection ritual gives you the precise, separate tools to fix both. You are now in control, able to restore your body's innate responsiveness. We want to hear from you. Which part of this new ritual will you try first? The power drills or the endurance walk? Share one small step you'll try this week in the comments below to make that commitment. And please subscribe. In our next video, we will decode the surprising link between your grip strength and your heart health. As always, consult your physician before making any changes to your health regimen.